Yeah, you already know what it is. It's your boy Sarom, aka Mr. Philadelphia Music. And you're right now tuned in to HipHop1987.com. You dig? Behind the Beats. Cheer.
Shout my HipHop1987 niggas. HipHop1987.com.
Alright, it's your boy E-Money. I'm chilling with one of Philly's best producers, Sarom. We're here at UE Studios. And we can get right into it. What got you into producing?
Man, you know, back in the day when I was a little young boy, like, you know, listening to Wu-Tang and how RIAA always used to make these crazy ass beats. That's how I really started like producing, you know what I mean? Just listening to that and you know, NWA when I was growing up. Like, I used to listen to a lot of crazy shit back in the day, like, you know what I mean, for the age, like, you know, 9, 10, 11, like, I was just listening to that type of music. And you know, once RIAA came out with that sound, I was like, oh my god, like, I just want to make beats. Like, I wasn't really even paying attention to the lyrics. I would first listen to the beat and then listen to the lyrics. If I like the beat, then I like the song, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I really came about me making music.
Okay. Now, you're known mostly for the work you did with Lil Wayne. You did the Homie Still record. You've been working with him for a while. You did the Pop Bottles record a couple years ago. How'd you guys link up?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have a you know, crazy you know, relationship with Cash Money like that. Usually, you know, I have people that send out the record and then, you know, they'll place it, you know what I mean? People that I know from Cash Money and stuff like that, like, they'll just, you know, listen to the track. I'm like, look, I'm gonna send these joints to them or whatnot, and then, you know, that's how I just go on from like that, you know. So it's not really like, yeah, like, I'm gonna just hit up Lil Wayne, call him up, like, yo, what's up? Like, I got a track, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish it could be like that, but it's not, you know what I mean? And usually all my placements would be like that, you know. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody, and then it gets to them, and then, you know, and then that's how it gets around.
Okay. Now, that Homie Still record made a lot of noise. I know you said a couple weeks ago you got something in the mail.
Yeah.
Over there in the corner, what's that?
Yeah, I just got, you know, the Certified Gold Plaque from the RIAA, you know what I'm saying? Over 500,000 copies sold, you know what I mean? Hopefully one day, you know, it'll reach 1 million copies, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal, you know what I mean? But I'm very proud, you know what I mean? Shout out to Street Runner, you know what I'm saying? Because he had to do a lot with this project too, you know what I mean? And I just do this for the city, man. I want to keep getting more of these, and hopefully one day I could get a Grammy. And once I get on stage, trust me, I'm gonna put Philly on the map, man. Like, you know, being from the hood and all that, you know, especially being a Rican boy, like, you know, we don't get too many chances like that, you know what I'm saying? So every time I get a blessing like that, I always, you know, thank God and just try to be humble and you know, try to be good with people, because you get good vibes to people, they give it back, and this, I just, you know what I mean, everything turned up to be good, you know what I mean? So, you know, I was just blessed to have that opportunity to get something like that, you know what I mean? Hopefully I get more of those too.
Now, I know, even though you don't have like you said, a deep rapport with Cash Money, they've had somewhat of a reputation of not fully paying producers or what have you. Have you received, you know, all your payments? Has everything gone smooth, you know, with your dealings with Cash Money?
Well, as far as, you know, producer fees, I've been paid, you know, before the album even dropped. So I've been very lucky to get paid. But as far as, like, you know, royalties is different than publishing. I haven't received any money like that yet. You know, it usually it's like every quarter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Usually get bread like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think I should have any problems. You know what I mean? Because my boy, he be handling all that. So he got a great relationship with Cash Money. So, you know, I haven't really have a problem with that.
Okay. Now, the record, I'm Good, Wayne and Meek, you produced that. How'd that record come about? How'd you orchestrate that?
That record, man, it was a record that was supposed to be in the I'm Not a Human Being 2 album. Part, you know, the second album, and it ain't, you know, I don't know why it ain't get on it, you know what I mean? It just got leaked out, and, you know, people, I guess, you know, really like, dang, you know, like, why I ain't get on the album? You know, people were kind of shocked because, you know, when the websites put it up, there was like, this is one of the records that was supposed to be on the album, but they never, you know, what were they thinking type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I'm just glad that, you know, Meek got on the record and, you know, people yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you've had that experience before. The record you did with Nicki, that was a pretty big record, and last minute it didn't make that. She even performed it at the awards. Can you tell us about that?
She performed it at the New Year's Eve thing. You know, it's like 2011, I think it was, going to 2012. Like, it was a while back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking that that record was gonna be on the album, on her last album. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? We did. The Woman in Moscow record, and you know, the lawyers was already, you know, had the paperwork. We signed everything, thinking it was going to be on the album. And then one day, you know, I get the phone call from my homie Street Runner, and he was like, "Look, the record ain't make it." You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, that day I didn't even go outside or nothing. I was like, I felt heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted to get in that project. Like, I wanted to be on that album. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, you know, Nicki Minaj was like she had so much buzz for a new album to come out, and thinking that I had something on there and it didn't make it. It just went as a single for iTunes. You know what I mean? And I got paid for it, so I can't really complain too much.
Yeah.
But you know, it did what it did. You know, supposedly it had a video for it. It never dropped. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, let me ask you, what do you use to make your beats? You know what I'm saying? Like, what program do you use to make your beats?
Man, I you know, Fruity Loops.
Or hardware. Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops, man. I've been using Fruity Loops before any of these other producers been, you know, started making beats on Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? Since the first Fruity Loops came out. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 2000, I think it was. You know what I mean? You know, my homie Super and shit, he showed me, you know, the program Fruity Loops. Like, he was telling me, like, look, this is gonna be the future. You know what I mean? And I was kind of like laughing at him because, you know, the sounds that was, you know, it's corny. You know what I mean? So I was laughing like, So, you know, once I heard about VSTs, I never knew about VSTs until like 2005. You know, VSTs was starting to come out, and once I figured out how to use the VSTs on Fruity Loops, it just changed completely everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like, cause I used to use the MPC. You know what I mean? Back in the day, the Triton, the Motif. You know, I had the mostly all hardware shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was on the side fucking with the Fruity Loops, just to, you know what I mean, just to see how it is. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know the homie was like, look, this is gonna be the future, man. Like, you know, and look what it is right now. Like, you know, it's like the standard. For producers, hip hop producers. You know what I mean?
Now, what's your favorite VST? For those who don't know what a VST is, it's virtual instruments, the plug-in. It's what kicks out the sound. What's your favorite VST?
My go-to VSTs is the Nexus. You know, the RIAA Nexus. I also use the Hypersonic, Steinberg Hypersonic, and I also use the RIAA Vanguard too. We go into that too a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I be using Philharmonics. It's it's an orchestra plug-in with strings, violins, all kinds of orchestrated music. You know, you can just compose on that. So I be using that too. You know what I mean? I use a lot of, you know, whatever type of beat that I'm in the mood for, and you know, and the sound comes out the way I like it, then I just go to that VST. You know what I'm saying? But the go-to ones are the ones I just said. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. A lot of producers can't say that they've branched out into different genres. You can. You done records with Brooke Hogan, Enrique Iglesias. What do you like doing more, the pop records or the hip hop records?
Whatever gives me the money.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Whatever gives me the money is what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, I mean, you know, first thing is the love for the music, and then, you know, is the money. You know what I mean? So whatever you know comes through my way, if it's R&B or it's, you know, pop, or hip hop. You know, as long as they got the check ready, I don't care. Like, I sit down, I make the best of my ability to make it sound, you know, right. You know what I mean? And there's really no preference of what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like a little bit of everything. So
okay. Now working with Enrique Iglesias, he's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. But like you said, you being Latin American, how did it feel to be able to work with somebody like him?
Oh man, I was in the studio with him for like 3 straight days, working on the record called "Can You Hear Me," and he's, man, very humble, man. Like, I couldn't believe it, you know, for a person that big like that to, like, you know, to able to kick it with you and, you know, just be like one of the guys type. You know what I mean? He was chilling, man. Like, he wasn't hard to work with. You know, like, it was a blessing to be in the studio with that man, you know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people could do that. You know, I could see the crowd reaction when he doing the concert, you know what I mean? Like, girls just be, like, dying for this dude, like, and I'm in the studio with him, like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing. Yeah. So, it was a blessing to be around that dude, man. You know, I hope one day I could, you know, work with him again and make a crazy smash.
Alright, so I was talking with your peoples, and I heard you got a pretty big Philly anthem coming with some, you know, with some nice names on there. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that record.
Oh yeah, you know, shout out to Wolf and Gnome, you know what I'm saying? They put the record together. It's a crazy Philly anthem. It has like, I don't know, probably like 15 rappers on there. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, Spade on that joint. We got AR-Ab, PD Crack, Hollow Man. You know what I mean? Just a whole bunch of people on there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a crazy Philly anthem record, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's really no title to it, so we just call it the Philly anthem because there's so many Philly hot rappers that was on the record, and you know, I think it's already finished. I don't know if we still putting more rappers on it, but you know, this shit is crazy.
Now, let me ask you something else, piggybacking there. I think that's amazing. Philly needs to do more things like that. You talk about different cities having movements, and we actually having dinner with somebody the other night, and they were saying, for you to have a movement, you have to at least have 5 people in your city that's doing something. What do you think it'll take for Philly to kind of have that movement? Do you think it's an artist thing, a producer thing, an effort thing, a song thing? What's your outlook on it?
To me, to be honest, man, people just need to, like, get along, man. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people rappers that beefing with each other and stuff like that. I think everybody just need to, like, you know, try whatever it is that they got and just, you know what I mean, try to get together and just make something positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into, like, battle rap and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
me too,
you know, I know the movement, so I know they have the East Coast, you know, movement. They got the Midwest movement. You know what I'm saying? You got like all, you know, like especially the Midwest movement. They got like all these rappers that like stick together when they go to New York and battle on Smack. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they got all these St. Louis rappers. You know what I'm saying? They all cool. You know what I'm saying? With the Detroit rappers, cause they all from you know what I mean? The Chicago rappers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Philly should be something like that. You know what I mean? They need to get together and you know, put the beef and whatever negativity to the side and try to support one another. And I think that's how, you know, it'll because talent speaks for itself. So, you know what I mean? They'll get on. You know what I mean?
Now, who were some of your musical influences growing up? Besides RZA?
Besides RZA, really, you know, Big Pun, Notorious B.I.G. Just, you know, it was really mostly like East Coast rappers. You know what I'm saying? Coogee Rap. You know what I mean? Daz Effects. Damn, man, there's so many, man. Like, I used to hear everything that was out. I used to, you know, buy the tapes and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, what would you be doing if you weren't producing?
If I wasn't producing right now, I'd probably, you know, try to, you know, graduate from college. You know what I'm saying? I was raised right. You know what I'm saying? I could do the street shit too if I really wanted to, but you know what I mean? Like I was raised right from my grandparents, and You know what I mean? I got a good head on my shoulders, man. Like, you know, I'm not the type that I'll be giving up that easy, you know what I mean, and give up to do the street life thing, you know what I mean? That's the route that usually everybody, if they can't make it, they'll do that, you know what I'm saying? So I probably would have been doing the school thing and try to get a good job, you know, and work hard. That's what I'm really about, man. Just working hard, whatever I do. Whatever I focus on, that's what I do. I work hard and try to get it done, you know what I'm saying?
Now, out in the hallway, we were talking about music staying fresh from a producer standpoint, and you kind of had an interesting perspective on it. It's, you know, up and coming producers and their outlook on it. Maybe you can share with the people how you feel about music staying fresh and what producers have to do in the mindset of an up and coming producer.
That question's kind of hard because usually, you know, new producers or, you know, just trying to get in the game or just even trying to start making beats, like it's hard to try to come up with something fresh because all they want to do is bring that same sound that's already out. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want to, you know, try to go somewhere else with it. You know what I'm saying? So they to me, it's like they don't have other choice but to imitate and
that was hot.
Yeah, at the time, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm gonna keep it real too. Like I do shit that try to make it sound like the radio too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I have like a producer block or something like that, like, I'm gonna just go listen to the radio, see what's on, and try to get an idea the same kind of way. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but you know, I try to be original and try to stay fresh as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Try to give a different sound, you know what I mean? And not try to imitate everybody. I mean, usually, you know, producers start imitating producers that's already out, and then once they build, once they got a few years on them, then they'll start like try to branch out and do their own thing, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the producer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
a lot of producers say they start making beats by listening to something on the radio,
right,
building off of that, and then at some point veering off, like you said. So
yeah, like you know, I started making beats like this dude or that dude, and you know what I mean. And once I had it mastered the sound, then I just started doing my own thing with that kind of style. You know what I'm saying? That's how it branches out and get your own different sound. You know what I mean? So
now a lot of good music just dropped. You got Kanye's album that just dropped, J. Cole, Wale, a lot of different type of production. Whose album did you hear and kind of get inspired? Like you went right to your keyboard, like, well, I gotta cook something up.
Oh man, Jay-Z, man.
Okay, that whole
I wanted to be on that Jay-Z album so bad. Like,
did you submit some records?
Yeah, I submitted records, but you see, like, they never told me what kind of direction he was going with the album, because he really never, you never really hear Jay-Z saying, oh, I'm doing this, or you know what I mean? Like, he just came out of nowhere, like, yo, my album's coming out. He came out to me, you know what I'm saying? He came out with the Samsung commercial. And that's how I heard that he was coming out with an album. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm coming with the album. He already has producers on the video. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, then I started hearing the beats that were getting played on there. I'm like, man, like, see, if I would have knew kind of direction, then you know what I mean? I send them beats that I thought sounded good for Jay-Z. But, you know, it wasn't, I guess, the direction that they was looking for, or he was looking for. But that shit just made me want to, like, get on the keyboard and start making beats, man. Like,
now how far in advance did you know about the album? Like, so you could submit beats. Like, I know you had to get an email, somebody saying, listen, you know,
it's
some records.
It's months.
Okay.
Months. Like, since the beginning of the year, I was, you know, like, yeah, Jay-Z's working on something, but nobody was really sure what he was doing. He was just cutting records. So I sent him stuff, you know what I mean? And I didn't know he was really making an album.
Yeah.
You know, until that Samsung commercial came out.
Okay. Now, what you got coming up? I know you got some like instrumental coming out. What you got?
Yeah, I got Mr. Philadelphia Music 2, the instrumentals coming out. You know, hosted by me and Soze and GuyInstrumentals.com. It's 25 bangers on there. You know, half of them is like, you know, industry beats, and then half of them is original tracks that people just, you know, lay they rhymes to. And it's an overall good product, man. You got a little bit of everything on there. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm hyped and excited to bring this project out. You know, it's on thatpiff.com. And you know, just hopefully people enjoy the project.
And make sure you send it to us too.
Yeah, I got y'all. You already know.
Okay. Any advice you got for up and coming producers?
The only advice I could give to y'all is, you know, just if you're trying to start making music, make sure you know, try to be original if you can. I mean, if you're trying to sound like somebody else, I can understand it. But, you know, usually record labels like to hear something that's, you know, new and fresh, you know what I'm saying? Usually songs that come out now, those songs already been done for like 6-7 months ago, you know what I'm saying? And then they just come out of nowhere and, oh shit, this is the new shit, you know what I mean? And it starts a trend like that, even though the records and stuff like that been done months in advance. So, you know, just try to be original, and if you have the bread, or somebody has bread to put up, you know, get a good entertainment lawyer, you know, because without that you could get jerked, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that went through the same thing, and you know, that's all I can say, man. Just be humble, you know, rep your city wherever you're from, because you know the people that support you from the very beginning are the ones that, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be there regardless. So you know what I mean, you do that too, and that's it, man. I don't know what else to say, you know, just work hard, man.
Alright. Well, it's your boy E-Money with the homie Sarom Soundz, and we signing out for HHH1987.com.
Shit.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.